Body modification. Is it discrimination?
Tattoos are nothing new. In fact, there are over 21,000 tattoo parlors all across America that calculated revenues of $1.65 billion put together in 2013. Today, 14% of Americans have at least one tattoo, and of that 14%, 40% of them range from ages 26 to 40 years old.
Tattoos have become increasingly popular throughout the recent turn of the century. In 1999, only 21% of households in America had someone with a tattoo. In 2015, that number grew to 40%.
Although with the rise of tattoos becoming more popular, the stigma that goes with it hasn't.
So, what's with the history of body modification?
Tattoos, piercings, and hair dye isn't something that's new. It's actually been around for centuries, appearing in many cultures around the world.
Tattoos have been found on female Egyptian mummies as old as 2000 BC, some of which were priestesses, which is a high position in ancient Egyptian society.
Extensive bodily tattooing has been a long part of cultures of Native Americans, such as the Cree.
During the Han Dynasty, Japanese and Chinese men decorated themselves with large detailed body tattoos that would stretch across their abdomens, arms, back, and neck. These tattoos were a symbol of strength.
Polynesians, Maori people, Mayans, and Mongolians are just a few more of the cultures, with the thousands of which embrace tattoos.
The body of Otazi, the oldest mummy ever found, was discovered by two tourists in 1991 on the border between Austria and Italy. He was found to have pierced ears. The holes gauged 7 to 11 millimeters in diameter. It is believed that Otzi lived around 3,300 BC, and based on his burial surroundings, was high in his society.
Earrings became largely a male accessory in Europe thanks to Julius Caesar himself in 490 BC. In Europe, sailors would pierce their ears before going out to sea because if they died, the earring could help the family pay for the funeral.
The first recorded mention of nose rings is in Genesis 24:22. When Abraham decides to find a wife for his son Isaac, he chooses Rebecca and gives her a gold nose ring to seal the deal. In the Middle East and India, gold nose rings are still presented as wedding gifts today.
The Aztecs, Mayans, and Incas pierced their septums with gold and jade to symbolize the water and sun gods, a practice that is kept up by the modern-day Kuna Indians in Panama today.
In multiple tribes in Africa, piercings were to show strength and position in the tribe. Often, the larger the piercing, the stronger the warrior, or the closest they were to the gods.
Lip, tongue, navel, dermal, and genital piercings all had a place in society, whether it had to do with beauty, culture, religion, status, or all of the above.
How many tattoos and piercings do you have? If none, why?
I have 4 piercings and 1 tattoo.
I have 3 tattoos and 9 piercings.
Why did you choose the placements of your tattoos and piercings?
I chose the piercings just because on my ears, I'm too scared to get any more on my face other than my nose, and then my tattoos to easily cover them up if I ever need to.
I chose the placements particularly in places where I could hide them.
Are you worried about not being taken seriously in the workforce?
Yes.
No, because I think that my work ethic and the attitude that I bring is more important than what's on my body.
Oh yeah, all the time. In the workforce, I constantly encounter people who question my body art and consider it inappropriate.
Where do you think the negative connotation about tattoos and piercings came from?
And I guess gangs or the meaning behind them.
This comes from either gang-related activity, because a lot of them have tattoos where they rep their gang symbols and stuff like that. So that's where I believe the negative aspects of piercings and tattoos comes from.
Newer senses of religion, people I've noticed through Catholic and Christianity, not calling them out at all, but it's just from experience. They highly discriminate and they don't tolerate piercings and tattoos because they think of it as an impure
So why should this matter to us?
We've been told our entire lives to express ourselves, but when it comes to tattoos, we have to express ourselves in hidden. So I can wear a floral shirt with flowers all down the arms, but I can't have that on my skin? Why is that?
We are at a place in our society where the way you look means more than the credentials you have. This is true even in our own Regis community. For example, how many teachers do you know that have face piercings or visible excessive tattoos?
In our survey, statistics showed that 52% of our participants still picked a doctor, the white coat, over the doctors with extreme tattoos, even after discovering they were the exact same person. And when shown two pictures of equally qualified lawyers who graduated with the same GPA and have won the same amount of cases, 56% picked the blonde over the lawyer with the blue hair.
Furthermore, 78% of our participants said that they would hire someone with few ear piercings compared to somebody who had excessive ear piercings. These statistics show that stereotypes regarding body modification are still around in our society today. And while some companies have made an effort to remove these modifications, like Starbucks, there are still some companies out there that refuse to hire people with body modifications. So why does this matter?
Even within our community, we still discriminate against people who have body art. One of our 6 core values that Regis is built upon is contemplatives in action, which, according to the Regis University website, says, we do not merely think about our social problems, we take action to address them.
Another one of the 6 core values that Regis is built upon is Cara Personalis, which according to the Regis websites means dedication to promoting human dignity and care for the body, mind, and spirit.
All of these should matter to you because we have the power to change what society says about us. Every single person in our statistics have said something about it being society's fault, why we have such a negative connotation. But the thing is, we are society now. We are in charge.